How you all doing this Sunday? Everyone doing well? I see Jace, I see Amir, I see Nandi. How you all doing? Good. I'm a bit slow this Sunday, so I hope I get the rhythm going on the stream with all of you. um, yeah, let me know how you all doing in the chat so I can know. And yeah, just for anyone that is new to the stream, I'm Leticia Gillett, and this is the Archetype show. We choose an archetype every month or so, and then we do a project from beginning to the end, from concept to light. And this week we're doing the hero archetype, and you'll see some stuff soon about it. This stream is also sponsored by Lenovo. Thank you, Lenovo. And let's just start, I guess. Amir took my number one spot, Jason said. Yeah, you're sleeping, Jace. Can't sleep on stream time. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Let me share my screen and we can start playtime. Hey, can you all see it? Not yet. Yay, this way. All right, so since last time you all saw, I changed a few things. Just to add, hi, how you doing? All good? So since last time you guys saw this, I changed a few things. I'm gonna talk about it before we start playing. I did. Few things that I changed was since he's a hero, I was showing this to a friend of mine, Gustavo. And since he's a hero, you know, before we're having those like round shapes going on here. And he suggested to kind of like try to, if you guys can see here on the silhouette, let me open here. Before we had this coming very round and soft down here. But then he suggested to kind of like try to get more that like V, you know, that kind of V heroic shape on it a little more. So I digged his idea, so I tried that. So this is kind of our shape now. Another thing I did before I didn't have separation for the, you know, the joints. So I separated that. Also, I decided to add some tertiary complexity inside the arms, and that's just a block out for now. But so there's like a rotation pin here and two little things that kind of helps to rotate the arm if needed. So I did same thing with the legs. Back here you can see. So it's gonna rotate here. There's this support. I'm not done with the foot yet. That's just like a block out idea, but I redid the hands. I don't know if you guys remember. Sorry. I don't know if you guys remember that the hands was very simple, just a little something like this. But for him to feel more human and to do more stuff, be more heroic, I felt like he needed some fingers to be able to grab things a little more secure. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I actually like went with the shorter body. Like after taking a look, I kind of like fell in love with this shorter little stuff, kind of cutesy body. So I kind of went back to it. Okay. There's some stuff to figure it out. Like I said, the foot, there's some things here in the hand that I want to figure it out. So we can do it together. But the hope today is that we finish this version of him. And then we do some quick UVs, and then we start blocking the action pose. Okay? And my husband gave a good idea that when he's like sweet like this mode that he is now, he kind of has his let's see, he kind of has this like head coming out like this, but then when he's in action mode, his head goes in And he kind of looks like, I'm gonna put some angry eyes here, kind of like, and then it's kind of funny, I guess, like this. So that's what I'm gonna try to see how it goes. Cool. All right, Darius said, "Great, how are you?" I'm doing great. I'm a bit slow today, so you guys bear with me. But I just didn't sleep very well. But it's just life, isn't it? So, yeah. So we can play with that stuff, and just a reminder that when you're doing kind of like hard surface stuff in ZBrush, well, actually any software, ZBrush, Maya, Blender, whatever it is, the main thing that I learned doing hard surface in my life is just to keep it very, very, very low res. So if you look at this piece here, the arm, if I go to the lower subdivision, is literally this. See how low res it is? It's like ridiculous, right? So what happens when I press D is adding thickness and roundness. It's basically here in ZBrush, if you go to the dynamic subdivision, what I'm doing is that I'm turning on dynamic, which has 3 of smooth. Normally it's 2, but I added 3. And then I added thickness. You can see here, this is the thickness for it. You can make it super thick, you can make thin and whatever. So added thickness to it. And that's that for now. So that's all I need for now. And I'm going to copy the same thing as 0.023. So I'm just copy here, 2, 2, 3. Here you go. But that's basically it. So if you look at the things on the legs, same thing. Look at this, how ridiculous, And then this is a very smart way to work for hard surface, because you're not gonna be able to mess it up. It's so low res, there's no way you can mess it up and create like dirty shapes, let's say it. So this is my recommendation for hard surface. So when I was working on Overwatch, you would be surprised how low res all my pieces were, because the lower the resolution, the more control you have, which means more cleaner shapes you're gonna do, basically. Cool. All right. What do you guys think of the changes? Let me know in the chat. And yeah, so like I said, I haven't figured out the foot yet. I was looking at some real life robot foots, and I saw this one, so I thought it would be cool to try it. So I started with this shape, but like I said, I want to figure it out a little better. So let's do that. What the hell happened here? Again, like this is from a seer, and it has way more resolution than I need to work on. So what I'm gonna do basically is I have some crease here. So let me clean my crease. Oops, uncrease. Oh. And I'm gonna try to simplify this, like I said, because I want the lowest resolution possible. So if I go to reconstruct subdivision, this is the lowest. That's perfect. And even because I can use the dynamic subdivision to create thickness, I'm not going to even keep this thickness. Again, it's like working smart so you can have control of your shapes, because a lot of very nice hard surface is mainly having control of your shapes, basically. Keeping it very clean and nice. So the lower resolution, the better for that. So again, look at this. I have so little polys. Is like the chances of me messing it up is way lower. Still can, but all right. So I think I'm gonna make this thinner like so. I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'm just playing around here, seeing how it feels. And yeah, If you guys have any questions, put on the chat. Doesn't need to be about the robot. Talk about other things as well. But now that we have this low res shape, right, we can go again, dynamic subdivision, and then I'm going to say dynamic, and I'm going to turn on some thickness to this baby. Check it out. And if I show everything, this is kind of like what we have. Added just a bit more. If you turn off, also a cool thing is that if you turn off this, oops, not what I wanted. If you turn off pose subdivision, it kind of makes it round, which is nice. I like it better. So just a bit more thickness. Think that would be cool. Yep. And now I'm actually going to delete this other piece here. Delete. And here we can see that there's a bit more going down sort of shape going like this. Sometimes it's easier to do it looking at the low res. So yeah, so I'm just gonna do it a little bit of that shape like this. How much do you think a junior artist should aim for in salary negotiation? Modeling and texture artists in film. That's a good question. Normally there is a website. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. There's a website called Glassdoor. I think that's the name. And this website, a lot of artists from the industry of all different levels of the industry, they put how much they're making, their position, and how much they're making. So that is a good resource. It's called Glassdoor. That's a good resource to check it out, because then you can see kind of like how much your peers are making in the industry. That is always a good resource to kind of look into it. I'm not sure, like, if I have the information for that in the back of my head. But every time I want to know something like this, like I said, I go to this Glassdoor website, and then you can get an idea, like, and people put their, not just their salary, but where they work, and it's all anonymous. Like, you just put your position and the studio you work for, and then how much you make. And that is very helpful for everyone in the industry, right? As you can imagine. So that's kind of like where I normally go to see those kind of things. So I suggest taking a look at that, because like I said, I'm not super in tune with salaries, how much people are making, unfortunately. But I hope that's helpful. Again, here I'm keeping super low res, but I need a resolution here. So you just go and add exactly the resolution you need, nothing more, nothing less. And that's going to be super helpful for you to be able to work on. Try figure it out a good balance thingy. Not even 100% sure I want to do the foot like that, but we gotta try. The thing about designing 3D is you gotta try things. You gotta try, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Try different things, so we can see if any of it clicks. I'll try to make this longer. Yeah, and I'm gonna divide in the center as two different shapes. Obviously, this connection here is definitely not working. So I need to figure it out another way to connect the foot so it looks a bit better. Create a bit more contrast here. Maybe I need to cartoonify also. It's a bit too stiff right now. Gotta make it bigger. How do I merge vertices in ZBrush? That's a good question. Well, there are a few ways, but the way I normally do is this way. Let me get a good example here. Let me see. Okay, let's get the sphere here. And let's say that I'm going to take like a chunk out like this. And I'm going to, oops, I need to make polymesh 3D. Okay, here you go. So now let's say I have this piece here. And then I'm going to split hidden. So now this is a different piece, right? This and this are separate. If I merge down again, I'm going to merge down. Okay, you will see that if I subdivide, they're not connected, right? So the best way to merge it is to, if they're on top of each other like this, but they're not merged, right? If I subdivide, you see, but they're on top of each other, the best way to do it is to go to modify topology. And then there is this button here called weld point. And there's also this slide here called weld distance. So even if your point is not exactly on top of each other, if there is a distance here. So I'm going to say weld point, boop. And now if I subdivide, there you go. They're connected. I go back in, I'm going to do Control Z. Right there. Go back one step. Okay. So now, not connected. I go here, modify topology, weld point, boop, subdivide, all connected. Is that clear, Jace? Let me know. So let's keep the foot like this, but let's think about how can we connect this foot. There are different ways that they do it. This one goes up like this, which is pretty interesting. I kind of like it. So maybe I can go up to the poles. Let's see what happens. I'm going to, again, when you need subdivision, you put it in, but you go with intention. So I added more subdivision here. And I'm going to try this version where it goes up. And maybe we can put a connection here to the thingies. Like my my very scientific term, to the thingies. That's how I know things about robots. Anyone else have any questions today? I think I'm going to have to put one more division here so I can pull all of this up more. Yeah, I think that's going to work better. How do you plan to make a presentation for Seed? Some environment depending on his action mode? Would you create the girl, his creator? That's a great question, Daria. I was thinking about the girl, but I don't know if it depends on how much I want to do with this guy. But for presentation, actually, this one, I was thinking of doing something like this. Let me explain. I was thinking of doing a base. Imagine like a base. Okay. And then we have the humanoid version of him with the legs here, blah, 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 the arms. And then in the back of this base, we have the big mounted version with the spider legs and with the arms coming out. And then this base is just rotating 360. So we see both versions of him. His human version and then his attack version. So that's what I was thinking. So I wasn't thinking of much of environment. It's more like a model presentation sort of thing. But I'm open to suggestions if you have any suggestions. I'm just trying not to go too crazy because I've been going too crazy on the other projects and then they're taking way too long to finish. So, Brasil, Luis, how's it going? Yeah. So, what do you think? Could be something like this. And then obviously we're not gonna have this piece here. But we will. I just need to reshape it or something, but it would be like holding a little better to the oops. To this. Something like this. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. We might change minds. Change your minds. Now, this is what I. Hey, how did you approach hard surface in ZBrush? Sculpt off directly and then retopo, polymodel, and then add details. For this one, I just polymodel here in ZBrush. Like I mentioned this early in the stream, but I just keep it super, super stupidly like low res. Then I use techniques like using the dynamic subdivision here to add thickness and to add subdivision. But really the math I'm working just this little piece. So that's kind of how I like to work with hard surface. Super, super, super low res. So it looks very clean and decisive shapes. Let's call it that way. Is that clear? Gith, Jit, Gith. I don't know. I'm saying it right. All right. Yeah, I don't know about this crappy here that I did. Maybe I'll just put it up more so it's a bit more hidden. And then I'm going to push this up here as well. Yeah, nice. Cool. So I'm going to split the foot in half. So I'm going to merge these two pieces here. This one and this one. We're down. I'm going to split in half because if you remember, his leg has all this split here. We're going to split in half because when he goes to action mode, he's going to have one split becoming one leg. The other split's going to be in the front, become another leg, kind of like spider legs. And we're going to hopefully get to that today. We're going to pose it. So that's why I'm keeping the splits. And here you can see that the easy way for me to split this in half. Very easy. I just need to select half of it. And then I'm going to do exactly actually what I just showed you on the sphere, how to merge vertices. But this case, I want to unmerge vertices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them into different subtools. So now you can see that going on. And then if I don't like this super round shape here, two things I can do. Well, actually, I'm going to do the one thing. So we don't want that split there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge down again together. So they're same subtool, but now they're not, connected. What I'm going to do is add an edge loop on this side, then edge loop on this side. Same thing on the bottom. Whoops. Archetype on the side, Archetype on the side. Now we got, oops, saving. Hey, Mateus, how's it going? It's taking too long. I hope it doesn't crash. Okay, didn't crash. Nice. So now they have, they're split in half, and we can do the spider look on it. And then just see what happened here. I want this to feel very straight, so I'm just gonna make sure straighten up here. Cool. That's kind of about foot. Daria said, cool. It can be a big hall in a business center, or like, yeah, that's a great idea, Daria. Daria just said that this could be like the base, and then our robot and stuff could be like in this hall, conference hall, where they're presenting the robot and stuff. Like the girl shows it to his father, maybe, or to other people. Do you use matte painting for background? That's a great question. Normal? No, I'm not a big environment person. So, I normally just model very, very simple environment stuff for my models. But no, yeah, I do not use matte painting. I mean, when I was in school, we'll do some matte painting cool stuff. But after I left, I never done much. To shape this a bit better, make this a little less pointy here. Up. Maybe let's make the front less pointy as well, and the back. You can see that I'm I'm working on the shapes to make it clean, to make it decisive, so it's not like whatever. Like, why is he so pointy? In my mind, there's no reason. He's all kind of round, so I'm just making sure I don't uh, have shapes going on for no reason, basically. You know. What type of book or content do you suggest for those who want to learn how to make characters with more dynamic, organic poses? That is a great question. There is the best way to study poses, in my opinion, is to study drawing. So if you go to a teacher like this, Aaron Blaze, a lot of the poses stuff that I learned, I learned from his class. So this is Aaron Blaze. He's a very amazing animator, director, anything you name it, he done it. And he has, look at this, like he has some classes that he does like with animal poses, human poses, etc. So it's gesture drawing basically, you see. And it's not expensive at all if you think about it. Like this guy has so many years of industry, and his classes are very, very cheap. So gesture drawing of anyone, Aaron Blaze is a good idea to get gesture drawing. This is where I learned a ton about poses. Yeah. So, but if you have an artist that you like and this person has some gesture drawing ideas, also it's a good one to take. Yeah. Cool. Daria said, for me, it's more simple to make something Photoshop. Don't like the polymodel. Yeah, it's funny, right? Like for me, my brain works much more in polymodeling mode. So it feels easier for me to do it in 3D than 2D. But some people are very, very comfortable in Photoshop and painting, photo batching, all that good stuff. Not me. All right. Yeah, no problem, Matheus. Have fun. Aaron Blade's class is fun. He's a good teacher. He's a great teacher, to be honest. Like I bought a ton of his classes. And I love his style. It's very Disney. So if you like that style also, it's a plus. Um, so let's think about it, right? So let's think maybe this connection to this foot. Maybe I don't need to explain too much, but I do need to work a bit on this connection pieces here, for example. That is obviously too simplistic. So what I can do is, let's think about it. I might want to look, there's this sort of solutions. I always like to look how people solve those joints. This is way too complex to solve. Let's look here. There's this rotation things. Yeah, we can think about like this is connecting to uh, this sort of rotation system. So let me do a drawing so I can think about it. For example, this one could be like this, connecting like this, and doing the shape. And then this one could go thin and do this piece, and then we can put a little bolt here, maybe. Same thing on this side. They were too close. I might need to make them thinner. But it could be this situation where you have this shape and then the thing going up, and then we have the other one coming, and then it does this shape like this, and they rotate like a pin here. Uh, let's try that. Let's see what happens. How about your course in English? Can we expect it this year? Um, there's a big chance. Yes, there's a big chance. I mean, it's not, you know, it's definitely on the makes. So there's a big chance it'll come out this year, but we'll. What is other solution that I can try? Do you guys have any idea? That was the one that came in mind. It's always that comes in mind, but let me think. There's any other solution for that rotation system there? Yeah, because basically is this here what I'm gonna do? You see, it's like there is a piece that holds it, and then there is another one that does the rotation. So let's do that. If Wally has it, that means it's functional. Hey, Daria, I'll let you guys know for sure. You will be firsts. All right, so let's do it. Let's do that shape. What I'm gonna do here, if I want to go simple as possible, I normally like to start with a square if possible. So let's see if I can. I'm not very good with the smaller brush and ZBrush, so if I struggle now, don't laugh at me. But I'm gonna try to do a piece here modeling. So let's see what happens. Okay, it's gonna be great. So this is a cube. Great. I don't want this cube. I want it to be regular cube, which is this one. So what I need to do, let's see if I know how to do it. I need to delete these pieces in the center. Okay. I think I'm gonna know, but I know that there's some fun stuff that I definitely don't know how to do it. Like if you go until the end, oh yeah, see, it opens a hole. So I'm on modeler brush right now, and I'm just pushing all the way to the end. Push all the way to the end. Why this one didn't work? No. Let me see if I can do it. No, push it. Okay, it did. Right, now I'm going to just select this and delete hidden. So this is the shape I need, right? All right. I press D, it's exactly this shape I need. There's some hole going on here. I need to merge some words here. Oh, I see. Don't have the big ones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make, remember what I said, right? Always want to make it as low res as possible until um, we know we need divisions, you know? So if I press D now, this is super low res. I can see the shape going on. Great. So with that in mind, you know, I want it to be rounder. So I can add, I'm going to be here. I'm going to say insert edge loop, and I'm going to put right in the center like this. And then I can get this vertices here and just push it down. Because again, you do that, it's going to start becoming round, right? Doing like super low res. And no joke, this is literally how I model hard surface in Maya as well. Super, super low res. Even better than this, because ZBrush has the dynamic subdivision, we can literally delete all the thickness, right? Remember, can delete all the thickness because we can use dynamic thickness, which makes even easier to control what we're doing here. So this is very, very, very important to think about when you're modeling ZBrush. Blender has the same thing. I forgot the name of the modifier, but it's a little modifier very similar to the dynamic subdivision, where you turn it on and then you give thickness. On Blender, you just give thickness just like this, like what I'm doing here, and then you get this kind of fun shape. Cool. Give a bit more thickness, not too much. Awesome. So this is kind of it. It's both a little bit here, which is sometimes it happens when you use dynamic thickness. It's going to happen. So that is fine. We might need to bake the thickness later and just fix it by hand. It's totally fine. It might not even matter, to be honest, when we put in place. So this is the shape that we need. And then we need the negative shape, which is much easier to make, which is just a cube. Gabriela said, boa noite, good night. Hi, Gabriela. Good night in Brazil. Here is still afternoon. Jay said, I'm still waiting on you to sculpt your signature on all the archetypes and putting the files up for sale so I can buy it and print them all. Oh, Jace. I can definitely, yeah, I remember you gave me that idea. And I'm going to see if I can prepare the fairy with the creature file. Didn't like as much the result of the kids singing, to be honest. You're never gonna always like what you do, right? So but I do like what I did with the fairies and the creatures. So all right, so again, I'm gonna pick a cube, right? And on this case, let's see, I'm gonna move this up, and then I'm gonna make it fit inside. So I press D, that's great, it's fitting. Then it can rotate and stuff. Can it really? No, because it's hitting here. So I'm gonna have to make this round. So I'm going to pick this, oops, not like that. This and this. Am I looking from you? I'll pick this and this, and then I'm going to push it down to make it round. And then I'm going to get this guy, push it up. And then I'm going to get all this guy here, push it down. And now we are getting some roundness. Might need to push this down a bit more. Get even rounder. And again, do we need this edge loop here, for example? No, so you go away. We do not keep things that we don't need with hard surface stuff. Remember that. You can get clean, intentional model, okay? So now if I press D, we have that roundish shape. Same thing here. Well, we kind of want this, but I could just slide this whole row here to the edge so it becomes a bit tighter, more hard surfacey, right? One cool thing to make things look hard surface and nice and juicy, okay? This is a very, very important thing that I love doing. It's basically we get the edges on the side. You get bevel, okay? And then you bevel it like so. Okay, this is golden, what I'm showing. This is very important for hard surface. Very, very important. I normally bevel it like this, and then you get some edge loop, insert edge loop, and you put one here, one here. And now if I bevel my shape, look at the edge. Ah, damn, that's pretty. That's very hard surfacey, right? Oh yeah. This is gold, hard surface gold. I mean, so don't forget to do those little cutesy bevels. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna see here on this case, but I can definitely do it here. Check it out. Well, now I don't have the thickness yet, so I cannot do it. I was lying. But you guys get the idea. Okay, so these pieces are gonna be blocked. So let me put the black colors on it. I'm gonna merge them together for now. Also, this one, I need the body just to be a little longer. Just a little longer like this, so we can fit it on the other piece. I think also I'm gonna make this a bit thinner. And then I'm gonna make this piece a bit thicker. Just a bit, what? Not that much. Just, what the hell am I? Something like this. I think this is gonna. All right, so let's merge them together. Well, here's the thing. If I merge, the dynamic subdivision on this piece is gonna come to this one. And I don't want that, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna move them here with the pizza box moving thingy. And select those two. And let's put it in place, see how it's gonna feel. Oh, interesting, look at that. When you scale, dynamic thickness is going wild. I'll turn it off, see if it does it different. We might have to adjust when we put into place, and that's totally fine. Okay, so this is gonna be around here. We're gonna put into place. Oh, I have symmetry. Put into place here. Let's see. I'm gonna turn on dynamic again. Oh wow, it really broke everything. I'm gonna fix it. All right, so it's kind of this, but it needs to be smaller, I think, because it needs to fit somehow. Let's see what happens. So for now, I'm gonna hide this thing just so we can see. Okay, it's not too bad. We're gonna have to fix the dynamic subdivision on this piece. It's all broken. That's fine. Put it like so. And now we're gonna have to split the tubes to be fitting, right? So I think they're too thick, so I'm just gonna thin them out a little, like this. And what I'm doing here, I'm doing inflate. So I think I've showed you this before, but if you hold Control and you click on scale, you can do inflate by the normal. So what I'm doing is just make it a bit thinner so we can make some room to that mechanism to work. So something like that. And then now I will have to split them. So split hidden. Now this splits. And then I can get this, for example, this row here, and then just move it up to fit here. Nice. And then this one, you're going to get this row here. And we are going to move it down to fit that one, like about here. And then the rotation mechanism is going to do the rest. Yeah, it might be fat, this mechanism here. Too fat, let me see. Okay, to just make a bit thin, like this. Okay, that's a bit cuter. Might be also too tall. You can just make a little chunkier, like this, and then we can move it up And then this one, we can move this back up. Whoops. Cool. I don't know if we're gonna put a bolt or anything here. We might be able to reuse the one that I hid to make one side and the other. So let's try it. Just gonna do like this. A little bolt. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Okay. Yeah, we might need it only on this side. Keep a little bolt, see there. Obviously, you know, there's very high res bolt, but carefully. Right, cool. So this piece here, we need to make it able that they kind of meet together. So we might need to make it thinner. I'm from India. How's it going? Sorry. From Ola. I thought you were from Spain. My bad. All right, so I'm just gonna make this a bit thinner like this. And then let's put our bold piece. If you guys have any more questions, send it on the chat. While I'm modeling here. Okay. And now we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take this piece, I'm gonna hold Control to duplicate to the side here. I'm gonna put on the side like this. Same thing I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna put it in the center, hold Control, put it on the side like here. And then on with the bolt, same thing. Put Control, put it on the side on this side. And then we have our leg mechanism. Does it look amazing? No, but that's what's going to be. So let's mirror to the other side. Mirror. And it's better than before, a little more soft, at least. So, yeah. So it's going to be for the back of the leg. The yellow pinning thingy on the subtool, how to get those things. The yellow. Could you explain a little better? A pinning? I don't know if I understand. If you can explain it better. Do you ever use live boolean? You should. Pointing things. You mean this one? The hair? Little hair here, just a sphere, and then I shape it a little bit to look like little leaves. You see? It's just a sphere that I made it super thin on the side and shape it a little. Okay, so I think the leg is soft. Let's think about the arm. So the arm rotation, let's think about this. So the arm is gonna have to rotate forward. So very similar to what we did on the leg, but the arm are not gonna split into half. So we have two tubes here, but they don't need to split. So they can be one singular mechanism, which is nice. So let's think about how we can solve this. So what's happening is we have tubes coming up here, right? Tubes coming down. So we can do basically the same exact piece we did, but it's going to be sideways, right? So what we're going to see here is that piece doing like this, and this doing like this, have the thickness right here, and then the other piece is going to come down here. We can use exactly the same piece, to be honest, that we made. So that is exactly what we're going to do, because I'm lazy. Okay, so let's duplicate this piece. How do I do this the best way? I think I'm going to get, Yeah, I'm just gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna duplicate this one. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I duplicate this one? No. Duplicate. All right, now I have it. And I'm gonna put them all in a folder just so I don't get lost. So I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call arm rotation. And I'm gonna put just the duplicates inside. Okay. So now I can transpose this set to the arm area. Whoops. Did I get the, oh, I got the wrong thing, but that's okay. I'm gonna transpose this to this area here just for now. And then I'm going to delete some stuff. Must be an easier way to do what I'm doing, but it's fine. Groups, I'm gonna delete this one. And then for this, I'm going to delete, where's the other one? Here we go. Delete the other one. So this is going to be the boat. For this, right here. And there's so many fun ways to do hard surface in ZBrush. It's ridiculous how many ways you can do it. You know, I just kind of, my brain works how how I model in Maya. So the way I model in Maya, like I said, is just like doing very, very low res shapes. So that's kind of like what I'm doing here. It's just very simple shapes. All right. Llama, how's it going? And one thing I forgot here that I also had on this other side of things here. So I gotta delete. You gotta delete for this one as well. Okay, done. And now we're good to go. So let's position things. I'm gonna hide his body just for a second here so we can see. And again, because I put all this stuff in a folder, I can just transpose the set and we can try to push this and put it here. Let's stretch it up like this. We got to be careful to not stretch too much because we don't have a lot of room. So I might have to stretch more like sideways. And we're going to have to, you know, redo this piece obviously because I want it to be right. Let's see what's going on here. And then, oops, I'm just going to stretch it to see what happens. Be a little more vertically as well. And then we can put a new spherical thingy here. Might work like this. Okay. So here's what we got. And now I'm going to hide this one for us. Let's go back to this. Okay. I'm going to hide the other side as well. So it's easier for us to see. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Now we can see what's going on. So I'm going to transpose this to the more to the center here. Then this piece seems like, oops, needs a little more love like this. I think this is gonna work. We just need a bit more thickness for this one to support those. And also we can make this baby's thinner, just a smidge. Like what we did to the legs, then we don't need to force too much this shape here. Right. So that's that. And then for this one, we can just make it circle again. Make it bigger. Push it in. Cool. Very interesting. Okay. And yeah, that's that. Let's put the arms back in. final shapes, just so we can see. I'm gonna have to split this guys here, just because you can still see some of them. I don't want anyone to see the stuff there. So I'm just gonna get this split hidden, and now we can just get this one and delete hidden, and then I can get this guy here, push it up, and now we're good. I don't love it, but it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it for us. All right. I think I need to make this just a smidge thicker so it feels more robust. Oops, that was too much. Something like that. And then I can make this one a bit thinner. Yes. Willow said, I'm doing well. I was talking to Mari about you. Oh, yeah, I miss you all. I'll send a message on WhatsApp so we can chat. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Is this really spherical? I don't know. I don't think it is. Just gonna have to do a little like so. One thing we can do for this bolt to, again, be more interesting, first of all, is way too high res here. So I'm just gonna delete a bunch of edge loops here very fast. And what I'm gonna do, same thing we did on the other one. I'm gonna go to bevel. I'm gonna bevel this thing here. Actually, let me delete this one, because then the bevel works a bit better. So I'm gonna bevel this more like this. Then we add insert edge loop. So I'm gonna insert one here, insert one here to hold. And then if we press D, now we get that nice little bevel detail like this. You see how the light hatch is a little more fun? So power of bevels for hard surface is huge. Huge, huge, huge. All right. Now we just got a mirror to the outside. So let's call mirror. Select the folder subtool. Oh no, I don't want to mirror the folder. I want to mirror the object. All right, now it's gonna work. I say mirror. Then I'm gonna say mirror to this one. And then mirror to this one. And now we have on both arms. Okay. Let me bring back some stuff here. Where is it? I don't know. Oh, here we go. And I also hid his legs. All right. Cool. So we have some nice mechanism going on there. We have the legs, yada yada. I mean, I can obviously keep working throughout the week, but let me just save this version. I think we're in a good place to maybe to maybe open some quick UVs, and then I'm gonna keep open some quick UVs so we can do the action pose. I think we have about an hour of stream. We can certainly start the action pose at least and see how it goes. Cool. All right, so let me see how I want to open UVs. I'm just gonna make sure. Do I need to open UVs now? Maybe not. Maybe we can start playing with the action pose, and then I'll worry about that later. Okay. So let's think about this, okay? For the action pose, like I said, this legs is split in half. We're gonna have this funny thing like legs like this, one coming to the front and doing like that pose. One thing also is that there is a separation on his torso, which is intentional, because in between his torso, there's this thing that can make him be longer. Okay, so inside here is gonna have something. We're gonna do that. And then all these holes here can come out like hoses and other tools that we can think about. So it's gonna all be coming out and doing. So when I do poses, I like to think about like, what is a heroic pose? Like this is a very heroic pose, right? So we can try something like very similar to Baymax, where we're gonna rotate this up like this and get a yellow color. We're gonna rotate this up, rotate this back a little. You know, the hands are closed and kind of like this open arms vibe. You know, there's this sort of happening like this. So we can do that, but we're gonna have the spider legs here going on. So let's try to do that with what we have, and then we add the extra details, okay? So the way I like to pose it, let me just delete this thing here. The way I like to pose it is I'm going to copy this tool, copy, and then paste. So now I have a perfect copy of the tool before. Hi, how's it going? Velarix Art. How you doing? We're gonna do some action pose here. You got right on time. Important thing also is you know, we're gonna have to think about how I'm gonna rotate the joints. Sometimes it's nice to separate into groups, like what the joints are gonna be. We'll see how we do that. But first and foremost, let's try to pose those damn legs and see what happens. So what you don't understand is that I'm gonna have to separate these two. Okay, so they're gonna have to get separated because they're gonna go different ways, so they cannot be together. So we're gonna have to do some annoying bits here, which is just think about how we're going to separate things to be able to do the movements. Same thing here on the foot. Now we're gonna have to separate this foot here because we're gonna have to split them. So it's just a little annoying, but we get there. Same thing with these pieces. Separate this. But I think when we pose the legs, we're gonna be able to have a good feeling of what else do we need to pose, etc. So bear with me where I do some splits here. Okay, split hidden. All right. And for this piece here also, they're together, so we're gonna have to split this one with this one, split, and then this one out of groups, split. All right. So now we have the leg split. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, there's still this yellow piece I need to split as well. So let's do that. This one. So now I can make a folder for one piece of the leg and then a folder for the other piece. I think that's a smart thing to do. So let's do that. Andy Revilla. Oh, Velarix Art said, you said the name perfectly. It's Andy Revilla, if you remember. Yes, I remember. I'm just packing Riley and it's making us evacuate because of the hurricane. Oh no! Good luck. Take care of yourself, okay? Oh God. All right. Let me create a folder here. I'm gonna call outer, just for, so I'm gonna say outer leg. That's gonna be the part outside. I'm gonna put everything that's outer leg in that. Okay, let's see what else is outer leg. This is inner leg, this is inner leg, this is outer leg. Be safe there. This is outer leg. Where is the foot? So you can see that when you need to do poses, it's smart to take time to organize. Okay, don't be lazy. Which one is outer leg? This one. Okay, here. So if I do transpose, I have almost everything. I just need to put the little mechanism in here. And I need to find Seed is going well, yes. I hope you do well too. All right, so let's push this down, put it in folder. And then which one is this one? Put in folder, and then this. Where's the other? This one is inner, this one is outer. All right. Sorry, I'm a bit lost here on my things, but we'll get there. This one goes in here. Okay. So now if I do transpose set, we can move one leg. Yay, no worries. So now let's do the same thing for the other leg, just create a little groupie. So I'm gonna go here. Oops, not rename. New folder, I'm gonna call inner leg and put all the inner leg stuff in. So this is not inner leg at all. This one is inner leg, inner leg, inner leg. This is old, I'm gonna delete it. This is inner leg, I'm gonna send it down here. Just moving the folder up so we can get closer to where the objects are. What is this? This is not inner leg, this is not, this one is, so put it inside. This one is inner leg. So let's see if I got everything. Seems like I did. All right, so let's start playing with this, see what happens. This kind of stuff is easier to do in Maya, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna try to do it all here in ZBrush. That's why not. Okay, so let's do some spider moves. And for that, I'm just gonna, I know I already spent a lot of time organizing this, but, oh, did I put this stuff in? I didn't. The hell? You guys didn't tell me? Can't believe it. All right, this is some old foot. I'm gonna delete. It's time to organize some stuff. This is the other hand. No, I don't need it. Trying to organize things because for posing, it's very important to have control of what's going on. So I'm going to send this folder down there. Okay, and we can group some other things, but for now, let's see what happens. All right. So let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, so when the arms open, it's kind of like a spider. The first thing we do, we get a spider. So if anyone doesn't like spiders, don't look. But I could say a mechanical spider, I guess, or robot spider. That might be, yeah. So let's see. It's gonna be something similar to something like this one, you know. But we don't have 3 beats. We only have 2. That's the difference. But it's gonna be something like this. So let's see what happens here. Wish me luck. All right, transpose set. Things are up here. This inner, I think I'm gonna keep the inner on the front, and then the outer, it's gonna go to the back. So let's do that. We're gonna rotate this leg up like this for now. And I think actually we're gonna have to rotate at least about here to work. Rotate about here. And then we're going to hide this one. and push this pivot point down here. Like so. And then we're going to rotate this down. Just thinking. We might need to push the legs out and have a little something here, I think. Let's try it. If we add this back, and this, if I push this out, just break it so we can create a gesture. So I want a little more gesture. So we're going to have to think about something that's going to come out here, extra piece, so we can create that string gesture for the leg. It's going to do something like this. And I'm going to open up this one. Looking from the top, I want a little like this for the leg. Okay, that's cool. And I think we need to try even more just to really push it. And I figured I was allowed this piece is just floating. Didn't think that through, did I? But we'll figure it out. I forgot one piece back there. That's okay. All fun and posing ZBrush, as you can see. All right, so we did that. Let me think for now. So I'm gonna do this again. Push this pivot down here. And I'm just gonna make sure that the foot is on the floor. Kind of placed on the floor like this. Okay. So looking from the front, one thing also we gotta do is add this pieces back. We need to rotate this up again, go back to the position there, and then from the front, I'm just gonna make sure that the foot's gonna be set on the floor like this. Right. Now let's do the back legs. And don't worry about this piece. I will figure it out what to do with it. All right, let's do the back legs. So same thing, I'm gonna use transpose set here. Make sure I have the pivot point on the leg here. And this leg is going to rotate all the way back. Wait, which angle? It's going to be like this. It's going to rotate all the way back to the back. Jumbo step. Something like this. And then let's rotate again, like, oops, what did I rotate here? And again, I'm going to have to figure it out how this leg is going to come out of the socket. But we're going to go push it up. Ooh, like this. What am I doing with my life here? I hope it works. I mean, I had a vision. It's not working very well as I vision it, but you know, gotta try. So now I'm going to put my pivot point. Oops, a pivot point right about here in this area. I'm going to put this down. Take this down. Let's see. What? What? No. Wait. What did I do wrong? What? No. I need, oh yeah, need symmetry. Is it? Yeah. It's gonna work. Yeah. All right. You guys just see me struggling. Ah, love struggle, life television struggles. All right. So I push this leg down like this. So you can see that they're not touching equally. So that's fine. I'm just gonna grab it all and move it out and push it up a bit. So they can touch kind of similar together. That I'm going to push all of it to the back a bit more to kind of create the X looking from the top view, the X shape like this. All right, it's not looking too bad. It's not funny. Okay, okay. We might want to, let's see. It's unique, it's a unique design. Oh, Lord. All right, let's try something here. I'm just gonna try to align here. And then with the other leg, I'm going to transpose this. No. With this leg, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it back here and then out a little more, just like the other one. All right, and then we're gonna figure it out how they're gonna connect down here. Something comes out and then does it. One thing we can try also is to swap the position of the legs just for now, just to see if it looks better if the metal bits are inside. No, better like this. All right, cool. Now I lost track of this piece here, which fine. We might not even need it. But since we're here, we might as well, right? Put it into place. So move it here. Make sure we have things in place. This goes in here. And we all back on track. Oh, one thing I didn't do for the back leg is to see if they're working from the back view. So it seems like not. So what I'm gonna do is this is the outer leg. So just gonna make sure to rotate a little bit. Whoops, not like that. You put here pivots, and I'm just gonna rotate all of this inwards like this to touch the floor a little better. Actually, it's not much, just a little bit. Oops. No, this one. Like this. Yeah. All right. We have our pose. It's funny. I don't hate it. Yes. So Jace asked, like early in the stream, my husband suggested to when he's in pose mode, like action mode, he's gonna come. His whole head, is going to come down, kind of like, kind of like save himself or something like that, and then the eyes are going to be on. Whoops, not like that. Just the eyes are gonna be in like power mode, intense mode. He's focused, So just do that. This, I don't know if I should do a little bit like this. He's not an angry bot, but maybe just a little like this. Maybe we could even push it even more. The head. Let's see. And then the eyes can go in a bit more. That's funny. All right. So let's create his mechanism on the center here where he gets elongated. We might need, to work a little more on those legs to feel a bit more posed it. But for now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna elongate his torso. I'm gonna go here, start selecting some stuff. Again, I'd much rather do this in Maya, but I'm just not in the vibe to go to Maya, right? So, all right. So just select this stuff. Boom, boom. right? And then we're gonna make this longer. We're gonna have a little something here going on. And remember, we're thinking about posing, right? So right now I'm doing symmetrical posing, but we still can push it, you know? So if we want to give a little bit of a rotation, it could be rotating down too, kind of like in business, you know, like kind of thing. That could be interesting instead of posing kind of up. But let's try the heroic poses since he's a hero. Let's try that first. So we can do a little. Before I do that, actually, let's put the middle contrapture thingy on him. And Baymax has that too, which is kind of like so we can, you know, a little softer area. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but let's add a cylinder here. I think it's probably gonna be yellow color or the black color. The black color is kind of cool. Might be that. We're gonna put that cylinder in there. See what's up here. And maybe since the cylinder comes with all this topology already, we can take advantage of that and create. Let's try something. So I'm just gonna scale down some bits here. So scale actually complete, and or better than that, we can just select a few of them with mask. So I'm gonna go every 2 rows. So 1, 2, another here, 1, 2, another here, 1, 2, another here. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is to scale them. Oops, scale them down like this. Not too much, but let's see what happens. And then we can also bevel them. If I subdivide now, you can see that's kind of like this soft feeling, which I'm not super excited about. So let me see if I bevel, it's gonna look any better. Bevel, do just a smidge bevel to make this, Lord, this sharper. Is it doing so little? Okay, now it's working. Okay, so just a little bit. Let's see if it looks any better. If you guys have any other ideas for this piece, let me know. You see now it's a little sharper. That might be cool. Let me put a different color so you can see. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it could be also that we just need less instead of having so many. Maybe we just need to make this bigger so it looks like it's less little rows on it. What am I doing with my life here? Who are you, robot? Or sometimes it's nice to add, since it's such a simple robot, sometimes it's nice to add even more divisions so it feels more complex. Velarix Art said, since you mentioned Maya, do you usually hard surfacing Maya for neat topology or ZBrush? I've been feeling more and more comfortable in ZBrush doing low res stuff. But in general, Maya, it's my to-go place, yeah, because I feel pretty good about doing hard surface there, you know. Right. So this this is it for now. Much longer, so it's funny. What do you guys think? Like we just double this. Like if we take this, okay, we just double it to make it like much bigger, and then make this longer like this. I'm gonna connect it, don't worry about it. Just something doubled. What do you all think? Or is it too much? Maybe not so much like double. Maybe this. Let me do this way. What am I doing? Oh, I have a duplication. Duplicate here. Should we do that? I was thinking exactly the form like this for his torso. Maybe try to do a bit thinner for contrast. Yeah, I might do thinner rolls like this, and then we can duplicate and create more contrast. Let's see. Yeah, thinner rolls like this. Maybe too much. Let's see the other way. I think this is a good amount. You can test it, but I need to connect this, but we'll do that later. All right. Let's create some folders for the arms, and then we can kind of do a open pose of arms like this, maybe, and then we can add the extra arms to it. There he said, and use the same corrugated pipe to connect leg to torso and try back legs longer like a spider. Connect. Oh yeah, that's a good idea to use the same thing down here. Yeah, I like that. Good idea, good idea, good idea. All right, let's create folders for the arms real quick here. So I think the arms. Let me create a folder. So I'm gonna call this arms, as it should. And this is arm piece. Put it here. Arm piece. Put it here. Arm piece. Arm piece. Okay. What is this? I don't know. This is not what I need. I think I have this arm rotation I'm going to need to put back up there. Folder. Let's see. Here. Oh, here are the fingers. You're going to put it there. Two fingers. Point. 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 I think I got it. Let's see. Transpose it. Oh, we're missing the hands. Here. Right, so the hands are going to be here. So now if I do transpose set, we have the arms. So let's think about it, right? Let's try to make it kind of like big hero, heroic, like Baymax. So we open a little, whoops, I put something wrong here. Which one is this piece here? You do not belong here. You belong to the inner legs. Whoop. This is much easier to do with groups in Maya than groups here in ZBrush. But you can do anywhere. We're just gonna suffer more or less. Okay, so we're gonna open his arms a little to create that cool, intense pose. Normally you spin back in like this. Maybe not for now. And then we're gonna have to close his fist, which is gonna be a pain, but we're gonna do it. And then we can just rotate this arm in a bit like this. And then we're gonna rotate the upper arm. No, not the upper arm, the arm outside. So let's do that. I'm going to take this, this. Oops. Pivot point right here. And we're going to rotate this out like this. Maybe like so. And I'm going to put this back. I like the idea of, oops, adding this, rotate this in a bit, kind of create a pose. And now it should be a bit more, open a bit more. Remember, there's gonna be other arms. So this is kind of like the main heroic pose arms, but then we can do the other ones as well. Feel like one thing, just on the lower leg here, outer leg. Just gonna make sure to push it out a bit more as well, like that. Yeah. All right. So to close these fingers, because I made it all together, we're just gonna have to suffer the pain here, pain of the fingers. So this, gonna put this here. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm gonna be say something to you all. It does not need to be perfect. It just needs to feel good. Feels good. Like you're gonna see a lot of, if you talk with animators, a lot of their poses break things. But if it feels good, it's good. You know? So it's good for the character. It's good for for the pose. So I normally, because I'm a modeler and an animator, I always want to make things work. But a lot of times, if it feels good, it's gonna work. You know. So let's just close here, and then do auto groups. I'm going to invert this here, put this pivot to the center, rotate, push this down, close. And I don't know if I close too much because, I'm gonna keep it like this for now. All right, so now let's close this finger here, and then we can just duplicate and put the other one into place. So it's easier. Cool, let's do the same thing. I'm gonna put my pivot point here. Yep, done. Bigger than perfect. Done is definitely bigger than perfect. So, and I learned that in life the hard way. That's probably all of us. We always want to make everything too perfect, but you know, having things done on your portfolio, it's better than having looking for an attainable perfection in art and then never finishing anything, right? So gotta be careful with that. And this live streaming for me, a lot of that, because I have to really put off my sense of perfection because I have a timeline. I don't know if you guys know that, but here I have a timeline to work. So I need to be done with stuff in about a month and a half tops, on the stream. So that's my deadline. So it was given to me, and I have to honor it. Right? It's a job, so it's fun, but it's a job. So that's what I gotta try to do. Respect that and try to finish. All right. So let's see what's going on. So this finger is closed. That's great. I might just delete this one, and then I'm just gonna duplicate the other. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I deleted the whole folder. Oh no. Let's go to the auto save, quick save folder and go one step back. Don't do that to me. Oh Lord. Please. You guys saw, right? That was just a quick save just now. So yeah, we're back on track. All right, let me save this. That was going to be a pain. All right, so I just need to pose this finger again, no biggie. Better than losing the whole arm. That's what I did. The thing about folders that I hate is that sometimes you press delete, and instead of deleting just the subtool, it deletes the whole folder. Why? How? When? Who invented that? I will never know. But it kills me. Okay? Alright, so back on track. We survived. Now let me push this in here. Right? See how fingers are closed? That's beautiful. Now, before deleting the folder, you go to the subtool and then you press delete. Okay. No one died. Okay, what is this finger doing here? I don't know. Oh, that's from the symmetry. Oh Lord, I keep forgetting to turn off symmetry, to turn it on, I mean, and then things just clean places. Alright, so we have that. This finger is closed. Gonna rotate a little to make the fist here. And then we can put the other finger. I can even just duplicate from here, like so. Alright. Now, this one in, and we're just gonna mirror this, the other side, right? Now his fist is closed. See how he feels. It's all about the feeling. That's what I learned from animators, like I said. It's all about the feeling. Is it feeling good? Is it feeling like the fist is tight and good? That's what we gotta look for, okay? This, like this. And also I don't have symmetry here, or I do, but I broke something, so I'm just gonna delete hidden and then mirror again. Right, so we have our fist. And one thing we can do for the fist that is always nice is to rotate in a little. So I'm gonna put my pivot point here, so, and then I'm gonna turn on the pizza box, get the fingers, and then just rotate in like this. It gives some gesture, you know. Oh yeah, a robot. A robot's coming to life. Whatever that means. Right. So if we want to now give a little bit of action, do you guys think we should do? Okay, here's my question. Should we make him arch like this? You know, and like look like this and kind of like arching down with the legs? Or should we make it look arch like heroic? I think for like really, really action, like come and get me, I think arching down like this it's more cool, isn't it? What do you guys think? Magner, how's it going? What do you all think? Should we arch forward the character? Ugh, that looks like something else. Should we do forward like this? Or should we do heroic like this? This or this? Anyone has an opinion? Yep, I saw it and I fixed it. I fixed it by deleting it. There is a modifier here, right? That is a bend. We can try to see. I don't use much modifiers, but I want to try it to see if. How is it again to use it? Oh, here we go. So we can bend like this, you know. I don't know if you can move this down to bend on from the bottom, but that's okay. Like we can do this to make him heroic. We can do this to make him looking down. I'm leaning towards looking down, kind of like action, real action pose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend this like this. I'm gonna rotate like this, put it here. And then all of our stuff here, let's see how it's gonna feel. All of this. everything. Don't forget anything. From the arms. All of this stuff on the top here. Now it's gonna go. Am I forgetting anything? Yes, obviously. I always forget something. They're all gonna go like this. Let's see how it feels. And then, yeah, we did that. But then maybe the eyes needs to look up. What's going on here? Okay, maybe the eyes are going up like this. How do you all feel? Should we do the opposite? Should we do the opposite? Night night. All right, what are you feeling? What are you all feeling? Maybe try to make the diameter of yellow torso smaller. The diameter? Yeah, I can try that. What's the easiest way to do that now that I turn? Maybe I just go back where I was to do that before. Let me see if I bend arc. Okay, so if I turn off the bend arc, I don't know how to use this thing. Let me see. Full reset. Let's do a full reset. Yeah, full reset, and then I'm gonna put it back to straight like this. All right, now it's gonna be easier, and then we can bend again. So let me push this back, and then I'm just gonna make it thinner, right? That's what we're thinking. Make it thinner like this, maybe. And now let's put the bend arc again. Let's rotate like this. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, I think I did too much bend arc here. Put it longer. Let's put a bend arc again. All right, something like that. Okay, we're getting closer. Yeah, I like it there. I think that was a good idea. All right, so he's doing that. Cool. I think I need to just rotate this up a bit. We could also rotate a little bit of the pelvis just to give some life to it. So you can get this and this and just maybe rotate up. Rotate up a bit to kind of like give some gesture as well. This. And I think the arms, if we get the arms, we can just rotate a little more forward then. It's always nice. I'm not looking too much on the silhouette, but it's always nice to see what's going on. Maybe we could try like, oh, what if I rotate even more? That's too much. I think the legs also, we need to move it up a bit more. So let me do that. I want to transpose set both legs. Just gonna get all the stuff here from the legs. Where is it? This guy. I'm gonna move them up a little to feel more compact. There's way more we need to do with his legs, but I think we're getting there. Okay. That's all we have right now. should we try the other pose, the hero pose? I think to try that, we just need to maybe rotate this piece back just so we can see, you know? Try it. Here to try this. All right, so let's grab this. Doop, 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 doop. Again, like if this was in Maya, it would be so much easier to pose, but chose not to. So, all right, so let's rotate up, see what happens. It might be way too much heroic pose here. Yeah. I don't know about this. I think the way we had it was decent, and now I broke everything. I like this. Não costumo usar o PureRef para colocar referências. Yep, we have it right here. This PureRef, for those of you who don't know. All my references are here in PureRef. Cool. All right, so for the arms, one of the arms at least that comes out. So one thing we can do is that since we're doing this pose, we can do everything kind of following this pose where like there's gonna be this arm coming like this, and then one arm coming here, and then the other one, you know. So they're all kind of like, imagine that whatever the enemy is, it's here, something smaller, whatever it is, and it's kind of like pointing towards, all the action is going towards this thing that it's trying to go against, you know. Does he need to have sharper edges of that pipe? Now he looks too similar to a caterpillar. Maybe because of color, but he's a robot about nature. This is also fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm not completely sold with the color yet, so we might change some color action. But yeah, I feel what you mean. Like maybe we could test it out if we bevel. If we do this here, check it out. Like you see that each one of them has two lines together. So if I was in Maya, I'm not, but if I was, we could potentially like add combine these two edges and then bevel thin, just like what we did here. So let's try in one of them. I'll try down here. So what I would do is I would insert an edge loop right in the center here, and then I would delete this one, and then I would bevel this one very tight. And then if we do here, you see that now becomes a bit more hard surface. So that might be a good idea, actually. I'm going to do that. So let's do for everything. I'm going to insert edge loop here, one here, delete this, guys. And then bevel, just a smidge. Bevel this one just a smidge. Well, this is the connection I need to fix, but let's keep going. So insert one here, one here, one here. And delete. So this is kind of how I would do it in Maya. But in Maya, I can just select a bunch of edges at once and bevel all at once. I do not know how to do that here in ZBrush. So I go one by one. One here, one here, one here. And then if we look, you know, just consider that connection thing. Yeah, I think that's better. A little more aggressive also, you know. That's a good idea. Thank you, Daria. All right, so we only have 10 more minutes, so let's try to do one arm coming out of here. And I thought it could be the same shape as the body, to be honest. Like if we got this piece that we did here, and I'm gonna do what I have to do here. So I'm gonna make this actually tileable. So to make it tileable, I'm gonna have to delete this top part. I can connect later. And then I'm gonna have to delete the bottom part. And we're gonna do the same thing we just did, just make it harder shape. So just go here, add, down. And then I'm gonna delete this, oops, this guy, delete this guy. Also need to delete this guy because it's gonna connect with this one underneath to make it tileable. And then I'm gonna bevel this. Now if I subdivide, you guys can see same shape we did for the body, right? Now I want this for the ends. There is a way in ZBrush that I can take this shape and I can use the curve tube to generate it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not remember how to do that. So I might need to do this offline, and then next week I can show you how I did it, but I'm gonna have to study first to see how it is. But basically what I'm gonna do is that when I use the curve brush, it's gonna propagate this tileable piece everywhere, and it's gonna follow the curve so we can create the crane arms or whatever kind of arms we want to do. So just because I don't remember how to do that yet, I'm gonna keep the shape here. But just to show what I'm talking about, we would come here and then I'm gonna get a regular curved tube brush without our shape yet, right? But then what I would do is it would do like this, and you would create. Yeah, it's kind of like this curve brush, but I don't remember how to make it. I need to watch a tutorial or something. But it's like a curve brush that's we're gonna do this, and it's gonna make like the arms going in, yeah, So let's just block it out for now since we are here. Just gonna do a shape, or we can do like we can turn on lazy mouse also if we want a little more stability on that curve. Is an important curve. We can do like this, and it's stretchable forever. So maybe just a little longer. Just oops. A little more intimidating like this. And we can rotate now to kind of position how we want. So it would be like doing something like opening up like this maybe. And from the front, we can kind of arch a little like this. And then the hands are out. I'll be very careful. This needs to be very intentional. So something like this, not sure. For now, we're just blocking the idea. It'll be like this. And then we also have arms in the front. So the arms in the front, what could it be doing? Trying to get it from the bottom, maybe? Let's see. I'm going to get the curve brush again. Curve tube, I mean. And maybe it's trying to do something like this. Whoops, too big. Getting from below like this. Again. That. And again, I don't think they're gonna be symmetrical. And just doing symmetrical, I like to post symmetrical and then break it later. That's just how it works better for me. So I don't know what to do with the songs here. I don't know if the best idea is to go forward like this Kind of looks cool, but if we think about, let's think about it as a pose. We could do a connection like this. No front arms for me. That is also a possibility. Not do the front arms. That is also an idea. We don't have to do it. They could maybe just the back because it's giving too much Dr. Octopus. Yeah, maybe just the back. Maybe the front, this front holes here could do something different. Yeah. Let me delete this, guys. Okay, and then maybe this can rotate out a bit more in this. We could also a bit smooth a bit, not too thick. All right, and thought that they could be like hose because he likes to like put fires out from nature and stuff. So this could be a hose sort of contraption thing, like it's spreading water or the water is more focused. I don't know yet. What do you guys think? What kind of thing should he have at the end here? What do you all think? I think, let's see. It could be just a regular kind of like 3-finger hand thingy coming out like this. That's one option. It could be the hose thing where you would, hose some water out. Um, I don't know. Camera hand. I like water ideals. It's if it's possible for render. Yeah, we might have to model some water jet thingy and put some transparency on it. Um, yeah, but it is definitely something I should think about the water. Because right now, if we do the same fingers he has on his hands, let's see what that does. So just to test it out, let me get a sphere. Sphere. And then let's test it with the fingers because we already have the fingers, so it's easier to test. So let's say that this is going to be here, something going on. Mirror. And then the fingers are going to copy from the other model. I have a straight finger, so that's easier. This is a straight finger, right? Let me see. We go to this one. I'm going to insert the thingy. Here we go. Whoops, there. Very small finger. And let me just do some gesture here just so we can feel it. So I just need to do some auto groups, and then I just need this and this bit. And then we can just rotate to get the feel of it. I know we're running out of time, but at least we'll have something to think about for next week. Just rotate it in like this. Might not need the ginormous pores over there. You could just want to make this way thinner and smaller. Too much of a statement. Right. So we have that. Already don't like it, but let's keep going. See what happens. All right, I moved the torus out of place. Not gonna care for that torus now. But let's see. So if we duplicate this, rotate around, place it here in the back, and then duplicate again, rotate around, place it in the front. And not horrible. Something happened here. I just delete hidden, mirror again. Let me just do something more aggressive like this, like pointing up. Like it's gonna grab something. This, not horrible. And then the other arms, when they come out, could be a little hose or something. I don't know. We could do something with the sphere here, like also have a hose. And let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do it. We have time. Maybe not, but I want to try it. So let's try it. So we could have one sprinkly water from the back here. Let's see how it feels. So let's suppose that this one is going to be a hose. And then we will have like a hose kind of sprinkling water on things. And then he's trying to like hold some animals, grab some small animals from the fire or something like that. We could also rotate this whole hand. Check it out. Let's see one thing. We can rotate this whole hand mechanism outwards like this. And then it becomes a bit more dynamic as well. Yeah, he's the saver, right? He is not there to really fight per se. He's more to like nature situations. He's trying to save animals and things like that. So that's kind of his mode. All right. I might want to do something like this. Check it out. I'm having too much fun, but it's time to end. I might take actually the pelvis and keep the pelvis rotated like this. And then we put this legs a little more like this. And then this one is a bit higher, kind of like creating a support because he's throwing himself forward. So I think that would be cool. Let me see if I can do that easily. But basically what I'm saying is that we're going to give support for the action. So his pelvis is going to rotate more like this. And then, like I said, like this leg is going to be a little more forward to hold the weight. And then this leg is going to be a little more extended like this. Right. But I have to finish here. I'll stream. Right. We got pretty far, right? Let me turn on perspective. So this is like, imagine that we have this robot here. And then we have a guy right here. This is him on, relaxed mode. Like this. So let me put it here. And then we have Shingai. Do. And I'm gonna move this eyes actually lower. Do you like the song I just invented? Do. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna move the eyes down because he's looking down to something that he's trying to save or whatever. So not too much. But I think that's good. So these are the two modes of our bot. Not too bad, not too bad. Getting there. 10 out of 10 song. You know what I mean? The idea with the leg pose definitely awesome. Yeah, I think it would create a bit more personality to him. But I'm gonna figure it out that brush so we can create the arms, and then next week I'll show you all how I learned how to do it if you're interested on doing it. Cool. I guess this is time. Yeah, I'm starting to like it. Starting to like it. It always starts like a desperate situation for me. I get desperate. I feel like I'm a failure, and then I'm never gonna make anything good. And then, some decent stuff starts coming out, and you're like, oh, I'm not that bad. Maybe I can even do something decent. So if you ever question yourself when you're doing that, you are not alone, friend. Trust me. All right, that's it for today, and I see you all next Sunday. We're probably gonna finish this next Sunday because I'm gonna have the post done, and then I think we're just gonna do some texture and some rendering, and that's it. That's it. We might finish next Sunday. We might need one more Sunday. We'll see. But I think we'll finish it. We're pretty close. So, all right. Well, you all have a nice rest of Sunday. Thanks for joining me. That was super fun. I'm having too much fun. I just want to keep going, but we can't. So, boo-hoo. One thing you could try before I go is what if we rotated the arms forward? I don't know. This is kind of more dynamic. All right. Never mind. I'll see you all next Sunday. Thanks for joining it. Have a good one. Let me stop sharing here so you can all see me. Have a good one. Thanks for the help. And now let me put some fun Gnomon videos, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye-bye.